up to here with the shit.
Allegiance to the and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. Everybody's here. Any changes to the agenda? Nope. Approval of meeting minutes from April 19th. Everybody's reviewed them and had their comments. Satisfactory taken care of. I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Thank you.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Thank you. Any public comments from previous agenda items that we've gone through? Seen, unfinished business, none. New business, variance extension request. Everybody's looked at various extension, the variance extension request for 260 and 268, correct? Any problems with that? Oh, it was the routine extension. Make a motion, I'm sorry.
Well, what's the term of the extension? How long?
Leave 6 months.
6 months.
It's an automatic. Is that something we need to put in the motion or that's an
I think
automatic?
you should, just to be clear.
Motion- sorry.
Go ahead. If you're, go ahead.
Okay, motion to approve variance extension request for 6 months for 260, 268 Shoreview for letter dated 8/22/23. I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None? Okay, now onto the big business of the day, 301 Glacier. We have homeless people here dying to get their house rebuilt. Basically, this is a proposed new house being built within the footprint of the existing home, with the exception of the covered porch, which does not encroach into any of the setbacks. It's a very straightforward proposed request, which does not further encroach nor does it impede neighboring properties. And my summation of what this one is, so
Got 3 letters of support.
3 letters of
Yes.
support, right? Do we need an explanation of what the homeowner wishes to do? Is it very straightforward to us? Straightforward.
I don't have any questions regarding that.
Tom? Would you like to provide a 2-minute summary?
Okay, the summary is that our, we want to age in place in our home. It has wood trip hazards, unsafe stairs. And as we're told by Jeff Clink, the real estate agent, our house is a tear down. If we were to sell it, we work the property value and the house is not worth it. So in order to maximize our ability to live there, we would like to have safe stairs, a even flooring all throughout the house. And maximize the property value. I think that pretty much sums it up. Jerry, you have anything else?
Sounds good to me. Are there any questions to the applicant?
I don't have any.
Okay, I think we are probably ready to. Turn to the public. They're all on the same side. Yeah, they're on the same side. Sometimes people, when they're smart, they know when to dummy up.
I'm good.
For clarification for the variances that we are considering, the north side yard setback and the east rear yard setback. Just for the record, it looks like even though the front, the existing porch, covered porch encroaches on the front yard setback, we are not considering that because we already granted the variance in December.
The variance was granted for the deck.
The deck. And since this project does not impact the deck, then we really need to consider.
It's already there.
Yeah.
From my understanding, correct?
The encroachments, because the deck was the issue before, it had been built without a building permit, which is unfortunately why they had to come in. And so because the deck was unpermitted is why they ended up having to, and I believe that it was acknowledged, the porch was encroaching, the deck was encroaching. but the side yard of the deck was not encroached. That also acknowledged the non-conforming shed, which had not been permitted, but we acknowledged that as well. Kind of summed it up,
Okay, so that's all been
Yeah.
taken care of the last time.
yeah.
Wow, good, I'm good. All right, let's go.
So, and also, for further clarification, I, checked with the township attorney. Because we had discussed whether this was required to go to ZBA, and he said because. Of the easement, because of the 20-foot side yard setback, and their 9.76 feet encroaches. Into that, so they're lacking 11 feet. Or 10 feet, 0.24 inches. For that side yard setback, because of the easement, that's the reason why they had to come.
Okay, standard one, special conditions and circumstances exist that are unique to the land structures or buildings involved and not applicable to other lands. Structures or buildings in the same district, such unique circumstances exist that favors granting the variance.
Yes.
Go ahead. No? Yes. Yes. Special circumstances and conditions on which the variance request is based do not result from the actions of the applicant, but the circumstance is not self-created that favors granting the variance.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
Yes. 3, literal interpretation of this chapter would deprive the applicant of the rights commonly enjoyed by the property owners in the same district under the terms of this chapter. If applicant would be deprived of rights given owners of the same district, that favors granting the variance.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Granting the variance request will not confer upon the applicant any special privilege that is denied by this chapter of other land structures or buildings in the same district. But the variance would not confer special privileges on applicant that favors granting the variance.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
5. The existence of non-conforming uses of neighboring land structures or buildings in the same district permitted or non-conforming uses of land structures or buildings. In other districts, non-conforming structures should not be considered grounds for the issuance of a variance. If variance is not based on fact that there are non-conforming uses or structures in the same districts, then that favors granting the variance.
Yes.
Yes. Yep. 6, a variance granted must be the minimum variance that will make possible reasonable use of a land, building, or structure. If request seeks the minimum variance needed to make a reasonable use of the land, then that favors granting the variance.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. The variance granted must be in harmony with the intent of this chapter, will not be injurious to the neighborhood or otherwise detrimental to public interest. The request will not injure neighborhood and not injure the public interest, and that favors granting the variance.
Yes.
Yes.
yes,
Yes. Motion to approve the variance for 301 glaciers described in the application drawings. Justification for this are found in the staff report as well as ZBA discussions.
Second motion. Did you make a motion?
Yeah.
A second.
So, all in favor?
Aye.
I,
Aye. Opposed? None? You good to go? Is there anybody on the Zoom call, Rod, for a minute?
Nope. Thank you, guys.
Told you to be quick.
Still nerve wracking. Even though we were pretty sure that it was gonna go well.
Rebuilding on footprints are usually go really well.
Yeah,
Really do, yeah.
great.
If you guys could sign in just for our minutes over there.
Yep.
They could send it in.
Yes, we got
Okay. Any comments? Anybody? Anything else?
Only got one page. No, it's at the record. That is.
Is there,
Double space.
The
and
double-
places
double-
too.
double-
Is everybody available for the September 27th, was it not?
Yeah.
I am,
Mark's not, Ed said he was, I don't know if anybody else is, any three. The reason for it
Like
is,
7th of September,
At 7 p.m.
yeah.
it's gonna be so quick. It's, Dennis Michelak is replacing the shed on his property, it's 35-foot lot. He's replacing, 8x12, 8x12 foot shed. Actually, it's a little bit bigger, I think he's got a 10x10, he's putting up an 8x12, 96 square feet. There's no FAR, there's no LAR encroachment, he's done the survey on it, and the lot's 35 feet, there's no way that he's gonna meet the 20-foot side yard setback, so he's moving the shed from the property line over 4 feet. I can't give him a permit. And even though he doesn't need a building permit for it, I can't issue a zoning permit for it.
Oh, wow.
So he's got to pay $575, pay for a survey for 4 feet, which I want you all to keep in mind when this planning commission redoes the Lake District. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that we're making people pay. We're making them pay $575, that's until it goes up. This fee goes up, and then making them pay for a survey, which I don't have so much of a problem with that, because those 35-foot lots, that's a little bit different. But this is mindlessness, when you got a 35-foot lot and he's paid more than he paid for the shed.
Yeah.
So when this Lake District gets rewritten to create this Lake District, I hope everybody is mindful about some kind of equation or floating formula for this stuff, so people don't have to come in for an okey doke and then he has to wait. Now, if we didn't move it up to September 27th, he'd have to wait till October 18th for a court.
Completely agree on the ZBA issue, but for 15 years, we've been talking about a shed ordinance in this township.
Yeah.
And if that was done, it wouldn't be a problem.
And
It
we-
went in front of the ZBA.
And, well, no,
Well,
no.
it's just like you said, you say, do you use?
The shed ordinance is different, a shed ordinance is different than a setback ordinance.
Well, that could
Because
be
even
in the
if there
shed
is a shed ordinance, that means how many square feet does it get? Do I have to then permit it, give a zoning permit for it? The setback ordinance is still existing, no matter what the district is. So the shed ordinance would be, this is a garden shed, whatever. Or is it exempt from all setbacks? I don't think it's exempt from all
Right, and
setbacks.
that's been the issue. I mean, you can't do sheds. Unless if they're in some kind of setback or something, you can't do sheds. That's been an issue. And it's been a pain.
Right, but it isn't just sheds, it's a garage, it's an anything, it's a generator, it's an anything. When you've got a 20-foot mindless requirement on a 35-foot lot, how's that ever gonna work? And you make people, John Moschetta, he's a great example. He came in, remember we did the deck with him about 2 years ago. He's extending his deck out towards the lake. That was not the problem. The problem was he was 2 feet within the setback on his south property line and encroaching into that. And that was one that Angela brought up. Where are we measuring from? Because he had the garage in the back. I don't know if you remember that, Angela, because we talked about the setback. And he had his house up here and his garage back there. And really, what is the setback? That was the thing. It's like, where are we measuring the side yard setback for that one? Because the house met it, the garage didn't. We acknowledged the garage didn't, but the house met the side yard because it was right next to the VFW. But on the other side, it was 2 feet short, so he had to come in to ZBA to get the okey doke for going out 4 feet towards the lake. That didn't impact the front yard setback at all.
Yeah, but if you make a blanket on a deck, if people put up railings and stuff on a deck, and it's a raised deck.
I don't
if you keep-
care, Steve. I don't
If you don't
care
keep-
what if it's a deck. If
Okay,
it's
I'm
shit,
sorry.
whatever.
Can we close the meeting, please? All adjourned?
We need to decide on this meeting, is it, so not on the 20th, but the 27th?
27.
The 27th, which is a Wednesday.
We adjourn?
I don't
We
know.
adjourn?
Yeah.
Cause we're talking about things.
Yeah.
You know, okay, so we're adjourned.
Okay.
Continue on.
So